Good evening. Welcome to the overnight edition of From Day One. With our bell completing yesterday and what we had going on in the evening session, our bell will take a one night off break for us to continue with the breaking items we've had from the evening. Our bell will return tomorrow night. So without further ado, let's continue where we left off from the evening.
Like,
it's been 3 days.
I stay in Dex, right? Like, I stay in Dex. So, obviously, I live in Michigan. And so, if you're going to stay in Dex, do you think you can stay in Dex in the winter? No, you can't really stay in Dex in the winter. So, that's my slow season, right? And
hey, I'm here in Michigan too, brother.
Yeah. Oh, right on, brother. Right on. Well, we need to link up. But
I'm in Battle Creek. I'm in Battle Creek. Anytime you want to link up, we can do that.
Nice. I'm over towards, like,
Joshua Lee, you're just the goat of this. Other than talking to his sister and making videos about him once KFAR done, I've clowned him and corrected him at every turn, really. Oh, you're fine. You can say whatever you want on this channel. That is absolutely fine, especially when it comes to Josh. Yeah,
SSC, if ever there was someone who had like a free pass to do whatever they wanted to do, it's you. So never ever apologize for coming down hard on stupidity. Cliff taught us to point and laugh at stupidity. He made an art out of it, and he also showed us sometimes it's okay to want to just go like this on top of people. So, when you feel the need to.
So apparently this guy's in Battle Creek, and Josh is in who knows where because he's homeless. So let's...
like the White Lake area, which is closer to Pontiac.
By the way, for those who don't know, Cliff, by the way, is the dearly departed Schrodinger's cat.
We can definitely link up and go have some fun sometime. But what I was trying to say about KFAR is
No, Jonas. Jeremy, you said something before about I think it was Jeremy, or somebody said something about Nika had a connection in Texas. Martin Scholl's girl had. On the side chat, tell me something about that Texas thing. Or how old she was. Jeremy, remember that? Alright, what were you saying now?
Okay, so what I was saying about doing it, like staying in these decks, right? Like, I'm back to work and I'm basically making some pretty decent money right now. I'm not saying it's like phenomenal money, but it's enough to eat and be doing okay, right? So I made a video showing these guys I'm at work because they like to try to say, "Oh, you don't work, right?" That's their famous thing. So I'm like, dude,
I think that guy might have more teeth than Josh.
He lets his woman go home. He sits at home and does his.
I just hope he makes enough money to buy some soap and deodorant.
If that's what you want to do, just don't come at me like you're this morally superior
Josh
person.
Is,
and like
yes,
you're this
Josh
great
gives
person.
every Josh a bad name.
People were bagging on me, right? They're like, "Oh, a man."
We found out last night that
I'm like, dude, it's the
BSBT makes maybe 69 cents a month off YouTube. So whatever money he's getting, it ain't from
Don't you guys remember we had this little thing called COVID where everybody was quarantining for like a year? And like
I don't know about you guys, but during the whole coronavirus thing, I maintained my job the entire time. I'm pretty sure you guys both had your jobs the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is just trying to make excuses for his inadequate season. It's just he tries to use the same excuse over and over again. Oh this, and it's like, well, from what I know about you, you were kind of tossed out on your ass because you're a poor employee, and he thinks that. When I say poor employee, I mean he's not a very good employee. He thinks I'm trying to come at him because he doesn't have money, which is not what I'm saying.
And his random and unprovoked live stream the other day from the top of the roof is proof of that. It's not just that he wasn't doing any work during the course of that stream. It was the fact that he was, in theory, on a job site. That's the only explanation I can think of for why he would be on a roof to begin with. But he's on a work site, theoretically charging for his time, and yet instead of doing work, what's he doing? He's yelling into his phone like an idiot. And that is proof that for at least part of that time, he was
we
not
talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
If he was doing that anywhere else and in any other manner, nobody would have had a problem with it. It's the fact that he was on a rooftop yelling at me, saying very weird shit that you can't say about me. And it's like, it looked like a mental breakdown. Anybody outside of his 3 people that watched the videos, that's what it looked like.
It was a mental breakdown.
Well, here's my thing after watching that video.
Go ahead.
Not only is he charging these people for his time, but
Which
the
ain't
language
worth it.
he used on top of that apartment, with those tenants in there, if he would have been on my crew, he would have been fired.
Oh, yeah, on the spot. And then he tried to come at me. So we streamed for 3 hours and 30-something minutes yesterday, right? And then he's like, I'm going to go to bed. And immediately upon getting off of it, he just filled up my chat with dumb comments. And right before I got off, everybody got off, and it was me and like 50 people. And he kept asking me the same question. Oh, you want to get me fired from my job? Which, to my knowledge, at no point in the video did I say those words. I said I would give that information to your boss, and whatever happens, happens. Because like you said, I wouldn't want that guy on my crew yelling random nonsense from a rooftop while he's supposed to be working, or in public in general.
Mm-hmm. I'll vouch for that. At no point did anyone say anything about getting Josh Lanto fired. It's not about that. There is a legitimate, I'll take it a step further. There is a legitimate safety concern. If Josh is up on a roof, first of all, that's a precarious situation no matter how you slice it. The slant of that roof didn't look that steep, but still, you're up pretty high.
You got to think, too. Dude's kind of getting older.
Mm-hmm.
And then he doesn't sleep because I've been streaming so late intentionally. And then he'll get off and immediately jump back on my comments and on other videos. And it's like, well, obviously you're not sleeping, so you're not exactly the most sturdy person to be up on a roof.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what else they got. I'm waiting for one spot because it'll make you laugh.
Well,
Okay.
they were right. There were a record number of people that lost their jobs, and there's a lot of people fighting and clawing just to get back to where they were. Like, I'm in that group. I'm in that group of people that's struggling, right? So I'm in the majority. So I'm trying to get back on my feet, and I'm trying to do the right thing, right? So
No, you're not.
And
Hey, man, I
hit
want
a
to talk
job
to
6
y'all. Look,
months
on
ago.
some real shit. Let me say this because
Hang on a
I'm
minute.
hearing you, bro.
Pause it.
I hear
Pause it right there, Casey.
you saying. Let me tell you something.
Pause it, KFAR.
There we go.
Thank you.
All right.
Go
Here's
for
the
it.
thing. You know what I do for a living. You know that I worked every day through the pandemic.
Yes, you did.
McDonald's was open every single day during the
Oh, yeah.
pandemic.
I would drive to work, and every single fast food restaurant was killing for employees. Like, if you were breathing and could stand up straight, $15 an hour, they would hire you.
Mm-hmm.
Josh just thinks he's above that.
There is
apparently he's not
dignity in
hungry
all
enough.
work.
Wait, what was that, Blue Bear?
I said apparently he was not hungry enough.
No. Yeah. Welcome to the shit show, boss.
And just a general statement, there is dignity in all work. People claim there's some kind of stigma attached to working at McDonald's or in the food service industry. There isn't. There is dignity in all work.
Uncle Artie talked about this yesterday, and I piggybacked off that, and I'm pretty sure that you can confirm it. He says, I think he was in the Marines. He said that they cleaned a lot. They were janitors.
Mm-hmm.
And I also said that I've swept, mopped, de-watered plenty of P-ways on an aircraft carrier in my day. So it's not like we were hitting janitors. We were hitting on Josh for bragging about being a janitor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think this guy's about to get wound up again.
Okay.
without saying too much because on some real shit, hey Valley, me and you, we got to do something on the back end and get these brothers in, man. Because I'm telling you something right now. There's a lot of motherfucking information out here, bro, and I have a lot of it, but I can't say this shit on here, dude. Let me tell you something. I am a Negro from America. I am a Indian. Do you understand me? And a lot of us are Indians. Do you understand me? I know what the fuck I'm talking about, G. I got some information, and if we can put this shit together, we can stop all this shit. But I'm telling you, it's gonna take all of us, and we got to do it now.
He sounds like a poor
Right
man's
fucking
Moore.
now.
He sure
We gotta
does.
start making plans right now. This is end game. Do y'all hear me? This is fucking end game. But we can't talk about it on here. So if y'all interested in what the fuck I'm saying, then get at me. I'm not playing, bro. Let's talk on the back end.
yeah, I'm down. Listen, and the audits for hire, man, I'm down for that too, man. I would love to like do nothing but be able to travel the country and go get autographs from some of our favorite people.
He just doesn't
That
want
would
to
be
deal with
a
his
dream
children.
of mine. You realize that would be my dream.
For a man who claims to want to be with his children so badly, he always seems to be finding excuses to be elsewhere.
Go get
Bro, you
autographs
talking
from
about
people.
fucking cop? All right. You know what? Never mind.
Hey, I do cop watching.
Nah. I'm talking about some whole other shit, my dude. I'm not talking about no fucking cop watching, bro. Then listen, I'm talking about taking
that more
this shit down. You understand me? Fuck going out and watching some cops. How about we get these motherfuckers up out of here?
Well, I'm down to listen to whatever.
Never mind.
You got more for sure.
It sounds like he's getting
I'm
radicalized.
down to listen to whatever plans are out there, man. I'm all for weighing my options, right? And so, I guess what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, you know, I looked at that COVID thing and that scared the shit out of me, right? Because I was like, man, if the government can just shut people down, I want to try to be able to build a life for myself that is not dependent on the government or not. It doesn't put me in a vulnerable spot where if the government says, hey, everybody stay home and quarantine. So I kind of started in this YouTube journey.
Leah, let the lady speak.
Gotta try, babe. Gotta try.
Congratulations, by the way.
To try to look for opportunities like that.
You know, it wasn't as hard as people talk about. Process, you know. Appreciate you, babe.
To kind of be my own boss, to try to work for myself, and not saying I'm going to make the money on YouTube, but just open myself up to opportunities where I can meet people and network, and I can kind of explore possibilities where I'm not vulnerable like that anymore in the future. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I do cop watching, but what I'm trying to say is,
unless these dudes are wearing an Amazon uniform, a UPS uniform, a post office uniform, who else delivers shit? DHL, FedEx. If you're not any of those people, you have no business being on my property, even if it is to get my my autograph. It is pretty dope. I learned it from my lack of wanting to do maintenance in the military. A K squiggle, F squiggle, so that everybody could just sign my shit.
And with this, with what Josh is saying, it sounds like he's basically throwing his hat in as a Sobstead. You heard him. He's like, if the government decides to shut everybody down, I want to be able to survive anyway. It's like, that's Sobstead's, dude.
What? Again, this guy has way more teeth than Josh.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that word is. Strange. Loves to steal money from my subs. Nick is my wife.
I think Hooked on Phonics didn't work for that.
I feel dumber have...
The 1-800-ABCDFG, you only got about the
IQ is now lower. Oh my god.
Are we quoting from the Adam Sandler movie there, KFARRs?
It's going all out, guys.
I kind of prodded that question.
And we continue.
We need to get autographs from. Let's put it that way. I would love to do that, bro. I would love to be able to travel the country and just go try to shake the hand of somebody that just wasn't expecting you to be there to be like, hey, let's talk face to face for just a minute. Let's talk face to face. I got to get your autograph real quick.
My son Josh is going to be a step stool.
You are such a famous YouTuber that I just got to come out here and get your autograph.
Dude. First off, I want him to keep talking because there's one point. It was okay. So Vegas Valley, I will give him some credit for something. I will give him some credit for something.
Yeah, no, I'm still here.
Let me just turn him down real quick.
Nah, it makes sense, bro. It makes sense, bro.
He can just go for hours.
I'm just tired. I'm tired.
Like there's a couple 9-hour live streams, a couple 5-hour live streams.
You are, bro. It's about classes.
I'll give him that.
It's about who got the fucking money and who don't got the money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sick of that shit, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of that whole ass shit right there. And if I don't speak up on it and I don't speak with fire and passion, who the fuck is? Because I'm tired of these old punk-ass motherfucking Americans. Man, fuck all this old nice shit. Well, it's time that we really do something, bro.
I feel like Josh is
I ain't gonna say no more because I'm getting fired up. I'm realizing.
Yeah, and look at the video.
Did you say in his element or out of it?
Cops fucking with homeless people, right?
He has no idea
like people
what
that
this
have
guy's
no
talking
money,
about, but
people
they're
that
trying to back him.
basically are down and out, they're homeless. That is the lowest of the low if you are a person that puts a uniform on and goes around and fucks with homeless people. Like, you are the lowest scum of the planet. It's
listen, you gotta be
quick. Yeah, Tones. What he did,
Yeah, go for
in
it.
my head, he tricked Vegas Valley. Right off the bat, he was trying to tell him that I support Dave and I'm always in his live streams, blah, blah, blah. We all know that's not true. And then somebody in the chat corrected him, and then he kind of, like, with his tail between his legs, was just like, oh, I wasn't trying to say that. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, you were.
And somebody, what's funny is, this is obviously a sock account for somebody. Somebody in the chat called him, they said, this MAGA midget's trying to act like a hard ass, or he's like a fake gangster or something. And I'm just like, you guys are so cool.
And the funniest part to this, the funniest part to this is he ran to Vegas Valley Community Watch, who is like a crazy person among crazy people. He clearly doesn't know who he's dealing with.
Absolutely.
So this can only end in tears.
This is my thing about these guys.
Think about this. If
They
you
always say, oh, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. Well, if you've heard of Josh, you've probably heard of me.
Motherfuckers.
Like, if you've heard of all these rinky-dink auditors, you probably heard of me. I'm not saying I'm, like, the greatest, but, like...
This shit, man, it's time to get rid of it all. Sorry, but it's time to get rid of it all. It all has to be rethought
There's
of.
Josh.
And
Yeah.
we need to be the ones to motherfucking make it happen. Because guess what? If we really chose the officers, bro, who would we choose? Our nanas, our
Happy
aunties,
Friday,
our
Tones,
uncles,
by the way.
the motherfuckers who gonna smack your ass up. They ain't gonna shoot you. They gonna smack the shit out your ass and make you go home. Tired of it, bro.
Well, we need police that know how to mind their own business, too. You know what I mean? And stay out of
people
stuff.
breaking the
Like,
law.
they need to know
we
when they
need
should
us
be
to protect
intervening.
us. We don't need them to protect us. We need us to protect us.
Exactly. We just need cops to be out there to be like, you know what? If I got a murder to go solve, I'm going to go get a family justice.
No,
if
I have
there's a
some
rape to be
7-year-olds
solved,
that
or
can
if there's a
probably do
little
the
kid
job.
that was molested, we got to get justice for a family. I'm all about that. I'm all for a cop that wants to work as a homicide detective or work as, bringing justice to a family by investigating pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all for that. Like, get those people off the street.
You mean
have
like
the cops work on those crimes. Don't have some dude generate revenue for the state sitting in a speed trap, sitting there trying to clock. Like, if the dude's sitting in a speed trap where to clock his own mom going 15 miles over the speed limit, you think he's looking the other way, or you think he's going to pull over his mom and give her a ticket for 15 over? Right?
Probably give her a ticket.
You know he's just looking for people to fuck with that he doesn't know that are strangers. Like, hey, I'm out here to generate revenue for the state. I'm out here to try to pick on people that I know I can get away with it, right? Low-income people.
Wait a minute, though. What about if there's an officer, right, and he has had a family member die on this curb because of a motherfucker going too fast? Hold on, wait. Okay. I understand his thought process, okay? I'm just being
Even
real.
Vegas Valley is getting irritated that Josh won't let anybody else talk.
That's how my,
Like, this guy's almost...
Hey, bro, look, I'm not about to give you no ticket, but man, slow this shit down. This shit right here is dangerous. You can hurt yourself.
Yeah,
you
this
can hurt
guy
somebody
seems like he's
else.
defending
That's a
police
real,
because Josh is so dumb.
officer right there.
Exactly.
I'm not even gonna say cop. I'm gonna say officer. That's a real officer right there.
All right, hold on.
Exactly. My feelings exactly. It's like, if you're setting up the speed trap where you can hide and tickets as you can, you're just like a lawyer or a doctor. Give them a ticket, you're not hurting. Now give that ticket to a dude that could miss his rent check and get evicted because they
So now he wants to ticket only rich people.
Like, that's what I don't know. When that's the way you want to give a lawyer a ticket, guy, and it's like, oh, hey, a higher status.
There's a possibility you can get.
It doesn't even hurt the point of, I don't like seeing bullies, and I don't like seeing people use their status levels in life.
Wait. Pause right there.
Please pause.
Who the hell are either of these people to come down on bullies or bullying? That's exactly what they do. Vegas Valley Community Watch is a bully and an idiot. Josh Lanto is a wannabe bully
and
also
an idiot.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, like I said, for the last 2 days we've been correcting him on his bullshit. And what does he do? He goes and runs as fast as he can to anybody who will listen. And it's like when a little kid is getting picked on and they go to like their big brother, but then like their big brother can't do shit either. That's like what's happening in the
Be picking on me.
Trying to run up the flagpole, and it's just very, very, very sad.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna look through the video, so you're good to go. You're good to talk.
You know, here's my question.
Yeah.
What do auditors scream all the time? Equal protection under the law.
Correct.
So why would he want to target one class of people versus another class of people?
Because he's an idiot.
As a law enforcement officer, and Brandon, I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, I didn't. But if
I'm
you're
an
I ain't snitching.
yeah, if
I'm an active law enforcement officer.
if you're in active law enforcement, Blue Bear, let me say thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you. You know, we protect all, not just a certain class.
Correct.
Officers are not out there just to pick on people. There's always bad apples in every bunch. You know,
And then with that saying that in that bunch, there's the bad apples. And those bad apples are just going to continue to be bad apples. So they're more than likely going to have a majority of the run-ins with law enforcement. Like, that logic is sound, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And then they get mad, you're picking on me. It's like, well, you're the one doing all the fuck shit.
You know, here's the thing. If you don't like the law, it's not the law enforcement officer's issue. Go talk to your legislators. They make the law. We just enforce them.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed that I can't find. Oh, if Vegas Valley Community Watch is actually in my chat, can you put the part where Josh said that he would fight me, even though yesterday he was trying to fight everyone in chat besides me because he knows I'm the only one in Michigan. That'd be pretty cool. I'm really trying to look for one specific.
Right.
Also, let me do this real quick, just to prove a point.
Okay.
Vegas Valley, I don't have that big of an issue with you. I don't think I've ever done a video on you, honestly. Don't find you interesting. You just seem kind of mad every time you do it. But if you'd like to call my phone again, I'll just sit it here just to have it not ring. Okay, I'll turn on my ringer so if it does pop up. Josh is trying to trick you into, for some reason, getting into it with me because he's gotten his ass handed to him the last 2 days. Josh.
Hold on, is this the real Vegas Valley Community Watch in chat?
It seems like it. Because Josh is here as well. You guys are all jokes. Hey, Josh, I'm curious. Why did you lie to Vegas Valley just now when you said that I went to the police when you said you would dox me? Because that's not why I went to the police. I went to the police because you threatened my children's school. And
Oh, sorry guys, hold on a minute.
To release the deposition.
No, we're not going back to the January 6th stuff. One moment. My apologies. Stuff went crazy. See, for about... Think about here.
History. On one of our 2 episodes, I made an indirect reference to someone who had already had... You know,
I choked on my apple juice.
like, son, listen, we need to have a heart-to-heart. You probably should have got a little bit more discipline when you were younger. Josh is not welcome on my channel. I was going to have a legit discussion about what him and Paul regularly talk about on Josh's channel because Paul's the only person that's on his channel that has a differing opinion on certain things. And then he, out of the blue, like none of us even talked about him because his channel's dead, he's pretty much irrelevant. He just started attacking me in a live stream and then attacked me from the rooftop. It looked like a mental breakdown. I don't know if you've seen it. You know what? I might actually just bring it up.
Let's play it. And
Let's play the mental breakdown.
And then show his social blade stats that we looked at yesterday.
The 3?
So what I was waiting for, Josh, apparently, what he's saying, when he was on Vegas Valley, that he was trying to make himself sound threatening. Vegas Valley, if we're being honest with one another, which I'm a lot more transparent than Josh, so I'll tell you this. The dude was like an electrician in the Marines and couldn't hack it, so he started doing meth. So him telling you that he's proficient in
Meth.
Automatic weapons, semi-automatic weapons, handguns, rifles, grenade launchers, belt-fed grenade launchers.
Meth.
Yeah, no. His DD-214 did not state that, and also that was like 30 years ago. So
He's proficient in meth.
Seeing his antics, it's hard to remember that he's 50-plus years old, because he's acting like someone, who has a 5 in his age, but without any other digits with it.
Man, 0 5.
Like Vegas Valley. I, again, have not made any videos about you. I don't find you to be that interesting for what I do. With that being said, Josh ran to you because
like a
he's
baby.
been proven wrong, 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row, I don't even remember at this point.
200 days in a row?
Yeah.
Maybe 300 days in a row?
I just don't get it. He ran to you, he made up the thing about Dr. Dave. He played you snippets of a 3.5-hour live stream. You got to listen for 45 seconds of a 3.5-hour live stream where he was doxing people on his own channel, breaking terms of service. We all know how that goes. Nuclear war I did not plan to have today because, again, Josh ran to you because he didn't look the best. Oh, it's you. I appreciate it, bud. Josh will try to... Josh is a leech. He's a leech. He's a cloud chaser. Anyone that gets any more views than him, which at this point, his kids probably get more views on their videos, he's going to try to leech onto you and get you to fight his battles for him. That's what he does. He tried to do it with... he tries to do it with everyone. If you notice in his... What is it called? His community posts. He tries to tag everyone. Everyone he can, so that he doesn't have to fight his own battles. Like yesterday, he tagged... Who was it? Freaking Media. He tagged him in something, and then freaking Media came to my page and proceeded to get destroyed in the comments. Mm-hmm. Because he's a moron.
And freaking Media is another example of someone who is entirely unstable and that nobody should be in bed with, figuratively or literally.
Yeah.
You look at his history. On one of our 2 episodes, I made an indirect reference to someone who had already had some sort of issue with his channel. I don't know what happened to this day. All I know is his channel was first demonetized, and then everything that he had was made private. And I still don't understand exactly what went on, but he either has another channel or he started posting again, but his stuff is a lot less vulgar than it was.
Yeah.
And
he's a fake tough guy. He knew if he cut the act, he'd get monetized.
Yeah.
Sure as shit. Here he is again.
Yeah.
You tagged freaking Media about more, and that is relevant in that one post. You tag me, Kick, Blue Bacon, Tones. You tag anybody that you can to try to get yourself views. You're a leech.
Leechity
It is what it is. And also, where's William? Why don't you correct me, Josh? Myself, other people in the community have whole videos. If you want to, you can go watch hours and hours and hours of people with court documents and shit that you've posted correcting you, proving that you're an absolute fucking moron. But then you're like, well, that didn't happen. It's like, motherfucker, it's there. Let me see here. Yeah, I honestly think he might have toned it down because he was about to stroke out some of his videos. Oh, here it is, the big lie that Josh... I point out my original content has millions of combined views. Bull, that's never what you say to me. You always tell me, I have more views than you, And we proved yesterday, that's not the case. And again, I am not a large channel.
No.
Whatsoever.
You're not, but that's why
Just
I like you, Tony.
recap of that. So we looked at...
Unclean Hands is here.
What's up, Unclean Hands? So, and just to give a brief recap of what KFAR is referring to, last night we looked at both the Social Blade stats and the channel stats for Josh and KFAR. KFAR's channel is a lot newer than Josh's is, but KFAR's is doing a lot better. And not just in terms of overall views, but recurring views and average views on his videos. And, oh, by the way, when KFAR puts out a video, his views are for the right reason. In other words, people are coming...
Still no calls. I still have Jennifer's 2 original texts. A random comment on one of my videos that came out today. Go and check out that, what was it? SC Swamp Fox at Hardy's. Being a Karen. That video. And then a random massage channel that I follow. We're like, hey, bro, we put out a new video. That's the 4 notifications that I have. Still no call. And again, I encourage you to call that first number because it's not going to pick up. It's not my number. Guys, do better.
Yeah. But anyway,
stand up to judges. Josh, if you want to stand up to judges, I have a guy that I could hook you up with. His name is Tyrant Slayer Studios. He's trying to arrest judges. You should get in on that and record the whole thing.
Won't end.
I'm going to call you News Now Statistic. That's what I'm going to call you after that.
But the basic difference between Josh and KFARRs channels is people come to KFARRs channel to watch his videos legitimately. People who watch Josh's videos do so because half of them, as we found out, are us going to troll Josh, and the reason he doesn't get any videos,
people.
Yeah, he doesn't get any views because he blocks everybody, and it's like, well, if we can't call him out on his BS, there's no point in going to his channel. Let's just wait until somebody else covers him.
Josh. So because I'm a student of the game, always learning, I think I read more thoroughly through Paul's comments to you than you do, because your responses normally have nothing to do with what Paul wrote. Paul, you are like the safety king. Between this and like OSHA, you're on your game. You're a student of, yes, Josh, I'm a student of the game. I only have 1 degree. Again, my 2nd degree is a whole 1 class away. One day I'll finish it. And then the Navy still has enough for me to get like another degree or 2. So I'm a student of the game, Josh. I'm always learning. And again, I feel like I read through more thoroughly Paul's comments to you than you do yourself. And I would comment that, but you like to create an echo chamber on your channel, so I cannot comment. I don't think, I know. Where are you blocked from Josh's channel?
I don't know.
Because I know us 2 are. And I know my 2nd channel is also blocked. So.
If I'm not, I probably am now.
My bad.
And let me just take this opportunity to remind everybody out there, auditors or frauditors like Josh push so hard for transparency for everybody else, but the second you turn a spotlight on them, like cockroaches, they scurry for more shadowed quarters. And I don't want to say KFARR's favorite phrase, because then he'll have to take a drink. So instead, I will just call it hypocrisy, which means I have to drink.
Aww.
Yeah, and
Make it drink.
It's decaf coffee.
So, I don't want to put her business out on this stupid shit again. But if Vegas Valley, I wish I could just sit down in private with Vegas Valley and be like, listen, this is the person that just came crying to you. He tried to come at my fiance again for working and me staying at home. I think I explained this yesterday ago, and then like the day before ago. Josh, there's a reason why I don't work. If you want, my fiance's in the chat. She'll probably shit on you. It's hilarious.
You might like that, so probably
about
not.
the same height.
Josh, get it right. I said they scurry like cockroaches, not line cockroaches.
It's because he thinks you're talking about Coke. That's his.
Cockroach Coke!
The old booger sugar.
It's cockroach. Cockroach Coke.
Yeah, I don't work because she figured for the betterment of herself, she should be the one working. I accepted it. I think she's already talked crap about me in the chat to Jennifer about my emotions. I have very little, so the kids can be jumping on my head, and I feel nothing for that. So there's that. Oh, this is Josh. He falls back into saying dumb shit. Is that how you got popped for meth in the Marines?
Oh, dear Lord.
It's funny because so there's 99 people here right now watching a stream that I put up a minute and a half before I actually went live.
And for the love of God, how does this stream only have 57 likes? Guys, throw your likes onto this stream.
Did you refresh? That's my problem always. All right, you know what? We were going to watch this video, and then we just forgot about it.
Yeah, let's get the video up, KFARR.
All right, let's watch. Would you like to know more?
Starship Troopers.
All right,
Give
let's
us
watch
the
this
Paul
again.
Harvey.
And now we'll know the
know
rest
what to
of
do
the
next.
story.
In a minute, you're going to hear the rest of the story.
Something that you don't know how to do, buddy. Hey, KFAR. This isn't a cop watching video. This is just for you, KFAR.
Okay.
Dumb fuck.
And if you
You're
notice,
such a
again,
stupid-
I'm not making fun of Josh because I don't think I've ever really hit on it except for in this video. Clearly, this motherfucker has a lisp. We all hear it. He turned on the closed caption and it said K-fart. Not because my name's K-fart, but because he has a speech impediment. And then he laughed about it for like 10 minutes on his stream. Hey, I'm going to make over 2K next week. 1 week. Hey, Josh, since we're just talking shit, I'm going to make $1.5 billion right now. I just did it. Did you watch? See what no citations has?
I think you made another $1.5 billion.
I actually just gave everyone in stream $14 gajillion and 4 Bentleys.
Yeah, you did. That was awesome.
And that's something that even Oprah never did. So we're better than Oprah.
Yes, you are.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to go outside. My delivery just got here.
Hey, that'll get you.
Go get your pizza.
What's up, Anthony?
The car you sent just got here, K-Bar.
Oh, yeah. It's fast like that.
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. You all get a car.
Faster than Amazon.
And less expensive, too.
Absolutely.
It's gay fuck.
It's a KFAR car. It's a KFAR.
And yeah, I just Josh. He's all. I'm gonna make 2K this week. Congratulations. Okay, everybody in the chat. I'm pretty sure we know this. Paul's even getting into it now. Okay, so Paul, being someone who scheduled an appointment, I am smart enough. I'm not the smartest man. I was in the military. I'm not the smartest man. I was smart enough to figure out how to schedule my appointment at Secretary of State, and then go and get my license at Secretary of State, and it cost not $70. I believe it cost $40 or $45. So he can use that other money for not his kids, whatever he uses it on.
And I'll vouch for it not being that expensive. I had to get my license changed when I moved to where I'm at now.
And I got the fancy one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what you said, KFAR, it's so fluffy.
I got the veteran thing on there.
Oh, you got a real
all
ID.
the bells and whistles. Yeah, I got all the bells and whistles.
Nice.
$45.
You're a real boy.
Even hookers have standards. Josh, it's not an extortion racket. You're just an idiot. Like, I think every channel said that.
Grandma Sunshine, you win this stream.
Yes, you are currently in the lead for best comment.
And anyone who can displace Joshua Lee's nightly screw Flanders feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. That's an achievement.
Yes, it is.
Anybody who wants to come up, I might keep this going way later, and we'll see then. But right now, I'm having too much fun.
Yeah, you are, but we love you for that.
Video. Blueberry, have you seen this video? Like,
I don't know if I watched it all the way through,
or
but I
did you
did
see
watch
my
it when
video of his video?
No, I actually watched his video.
Okay.
KFARRs is better.
I was about to say, I know normally people like to watch auditors' videos through a lens of not as stupid.
I think I actually watched it when he was live.
Extortion. Paul, I genuinely feel bad for you sometimes because you're so nice to Josh and you take the time. Like, I talk shit in very small increments, just let it marinate for a second, then I keep ranting. You take your time to literally write an entire paper for Josh just for him to go, nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Time to
Got him. You almost got a spit take out of
and
me.
now Kick's gonna make you a nasty meme, like he did Chili.
I think more of the dancing guy from, what was it, the Ascot
I was fired
court
up
case?
because KFAR keeps pushing the narrative. I'm a bad dad to help him. Josh, I'm not pushing anything. I'm hitting record and just letting it ride.
And
You're
it's
doing it all by yourself.
And as we've previously established, Josh, your live stream or your video, the one that we're watching over here, was unprovoked. I mean, you went off on KFAR when he did nothing He did nothing to provoke you.
Nothing!
Like, my normal thing is I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I don't sleep. I check my YouTube. I check the random games that I play on my phone. I've done it a couple times. I wake up at 3 and just start playing video games because no one else is awake, and I don't feel like waking anyone up.
I'm awake, KFAR, I'll take you.
And there was a 50-minute live stream. And like I said, he came to my channel. Yes, unprovoked dipshit. He came to my channel just to inform me that he brought me up in his live stream. But then he says it was unprovoked. Like, yes, your video in chronological order came before anything that I did that day. You know what I'm doing at 7 o'clock in the morning? My fiance asked my witness. I'm feeding my kids. I'm letting my dogs out. I'm watching a random Star Wars movie for the 50th time that day. Like, I'm not making a 50-minute video talking about somebody that you've never met that's a better human than you. So, like, it is what it is. I think Vegas Valley left.
He wasn't getting attention.
I think I've told everyone, I'm not trying to go to a nuclear war with this guy. He lives off in his sphere. I live off in mine. He came up because Josh came up, and that was part of the Josh conversation. Let the dogs out. Josh, speaking of dogs, I have 2 dogs larger than you.
And smarter than he is, too, probably.
Yeah.
Let me throw something out.
They can sit and they can shut up. 2 things you can't do.
Let me throw something out there for everyone who wants to give Josh and his ilk a degree of legitimacy. So,
Go for it.
I monitor multiple things.
Scared you unclean hands.
And I've got my
saw you in that cutoff.
I've got my Discord open on another computer, and someone just reached out to me and said, "Be careful. This Vegas Valley guy is crazy," and he is. But the difference between our community and the frauditor community is we actually have people that look out for our best interest, whereas in the frauditor community, all they do is egg each other on.
I'll raise you one.
Yeah, exactly.
When Josh still had his house, I had his phone number, I had his address. Guess how many times I put that out on the internet?
0.
Guess how many times I called him?
0.
Guess how many times I've said, hey, somebody needs to go to his house and get his autograph?
I'm going to say 0.
0. Because it doesn't mean anything. I think Paul brought it up yesterday, possibly. The day before, maybe. If you challenge me to a fight, and either one of us win the fight, that doesn't change who was right about the argument we just had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't make sense. So you're, again, another thing I brought up yesterday. So your goal is to dox me in an attempt to threaten me to stop correcting you? Like, that logic does not compute.
No, it doesn't.
Does not compute.
Your logic is deniable.
Denied.
And as we've seen with Glasses and Headphone Boy, attempting to alpha your way
You're referring to Chili, aren't you?
Never getting criticized doesn't work. It exacerbates.
I told freaking media that yesterday. I told him, I said, you trying to be a fake hard ass is a trait that you gave Josh, and it's costing him now. Like, he just tried to, my sister's taking care of my kids. Their mom. Hey, Josh, I'm just curious, asking for a friend. Rumor on the street, things on the DL that I've heard. Who takes care of her? Because you're not giving her money. She's staying at home with the kids. Who's paying for the house and the food and everything else? I'm just asking for a friend. You trapped that judge because you literally talked so much she probably went brain dead. You made all of the brain cells leak out of her ear.
I'm still waiting on Josh to elaborate on how correct I should come.
He did it the other day or yesterday. He said that my not my backup channel, it's my second channel. It's going to be my live stream channel. My live stream channel went on there. I talk exactly the same way in person on text. It is what it is. He's like, why didn't you? Again, not quoting him word for word. He's like,
Paul just brought up a really good point.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh Lord.
And Paul is very correct on that.
Oh, like I said, I collect everything. Everything that this guy says that's even mildly threatening, I save it. I have a whole folder. I have a JPL folder, because those are his initials. It's got all of his dumbass faces he's made, all of like his DD-214, all of the records from court, his arrest records, his mugshots. And then I have another one called threats. And that's where I put everything that Josh says in this stuff. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, bud? I was in the Navy with him. He knows I'm a dick. He can vouch for me. Yeah, I just...
You're an A-dick?
Something... Oh, shit. Jennifer's gonna make an appearance. What's funny is that
Jennifer.
We've been saying that about you for... Well, I've had a channel for about 7 months. We've been saying that about you for about 6 months.
Yeah, you've been here for about 7 months, about as long as we've been doing our show.
Josh did mention a grenade launcher earlier, and a belt-fed grenade launcher earlier.
Something that I'd like to hear both Blue Bear and Paul comment on, if you gents wouldn't mind lending us your expertise. So, I know that in certain cases, activity can be... I'm trying to find the right words. Activity can be made more serious when people are in certain company. And part of me is wondering if, looking at who Josh has run to, if that might put him in a precarious legal position precisely because of his background and the other guys. I don't even want to mention the other guy's name.
Dipshits?
But I mean, Paul, I was going to ask you to come on, but I knew we were kind of being wild, and I know you don't like to get wild about stuff. But yes, continue, friend.
It's just like when people with criminal histories are palling around together, now that it seems like Josh has thrown his lot in with this other guy, part of me wonders if Josh gets hemmed up for something, I'm wondering if he can't get charged with something else because he's doing it with the other guy. So, I mean, Paul could probably talk about the conspiracy aspects of that, but Blue Bear, what do you have to say about that?
It could be possible.
Very possible.
Okay, so first off, let's address these two things from Josh. I would join you on your panel. Josh, you literally just doxed me. Only about a little less than half doxed me, but you gave it an attempt.
Yeah, you tried to.
And if you attempt to, rob a bank, you still tried, Also, I can fire up my own live stream if you want to talk about ideas rather than people. Josh, where the fuck do you get off? You threatened to assault me on somebody else's stream. And you threatened your false sense of, bravado for some reason. You wanted to talk about all these guns that you can shoot. Like, dude, you're an electrician. And seeing as how you're doing meth, probably not a very good one.
Tones, it's clear that you were teething to share that particular bit of trivia with us. I'm glad you did. I didn't want to just...
Yeah, I believe Tones was.
So, again, I hate to keep bringing up Vegas Valley, but it's like, he's going to wreck your channel. Like, this is what he does. He goes on other people's channels.
And destroys them.
His problems, their problems. And then lays an egg. That's what he does.
And then leaves you cleaning up his mess while he goes on to the next one.
Josh, it's not just that he's going to break your channel. He's going to worsen your reputation. And your reputation can't sink very much lower than it already is. So consider the company that you keep. That's all I'm going to say.
Josh, I actually addressed this very comment. I said, other than Paul, you block everyone that has any type of disagreement with you. If they try to correct you, you block them.
Including
if they
us.
Expose your narrative, if they expose your narrative, your first response isn't to send back a lengthy correction. You just block them. Like in the chat, there was how many people in the chat, and then randomly the number just went down like 12, and it was just comment, remove, comment, remove, comment, remove.
And Josh, I'm still waiting for an answer to my question, by the way. Why is it that you push so hard for transparency for others, but you scurry away like a cockroach anytime someone turns the spotlight on you?
That's because he's a cockroach.
And a lot of others want to know, too. So, just saying.
Josh, I don't remember that going down like that. I think another channel kind of stepped in and put old boy in his place, and then it kind of just got squashed. But hey, your narrative, whatever.
I don't even go to that channel anymore, so yeah, no.
And that Josh, who is this we? You didn't do shit. You got destroyed. I believe that your fiance left you because of Dr. Dave.
Oh no, when he says we, he's talking about him and his multiple personalities.
Oh, I was going to say him and Rosie Palmer, but okay.
We can talk about ideas on my channel instead of people like here. Josh, you literally just went to someone else's channel that's larger than both of us. Doesn't have the viewership of some of us, but larger than both of us subscription-wise.
Oh, and that's another valid point. So one of the things that we found out when we were looking at numbers last night is that number of subscribers doesn't actually mean a thing. What really makes a difference is how many views your channel gets. There's a channel that I used to be subscribed to that the guy had more than 1 million subscribers, but his average view count was maybe a fifth of that. So for all intents and purposes, he had a fifth the number of subscribers. The rest of them were probably just hangers-on. So people can talk all day long about number of subscribers. That don't mean a thing. The real story is in the number of views that you get.
Josh, if your viewers have to buy a microscope to watch the OnlyFans, I don't think that's money well spent. Also, did she get up and go back to your sister's house after? If that's the case, I don't think she's as yours as you think. Wow. Yes,
Oh my God, KFAR.
He has. It was a joke. He has made several lengthy responses to your well thought out comments. But as you said, most of them are just misguided questions or him asking you the same questions over and over again.
And may I point out that
Yeah, point it out.
And may I point out that the tactic of just bringing up more questions when someone questions you, if you answer with questions without actually providing any substantive response, that is the definition of a juvenile response to something. So,
It's a Josh response.
I just don't get this. Like, this has been talked about, Josh. You literally just went on somebody's channel, threatened to assault them,
And he doxed
to
you.
come to their house, and it's like you didn't have the moral high ground before, but now you're looking like Anakin Skywalker, and I'm over here like Obi-Wan Kenobi, bro. Like, that's where we're at.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, you are my last hope.
Like that nerdy comment. I'm here for you, bub.
love it.
But yeah,
Hashtag geek
well,
pride.
yeah, I like her better single. Josh, you gross, bro. You're almost 50. Like, sack up and do something with your life. That's mildly disgusting, Josh.
You say you want to talk
Only
about
mildly?
ideas, but you...
But
I'm not going to repeat what he just typed, and that's
He also
utterly
legally
disgusting.
tried to
Talking about Josh Abrams. No, we're not talking about moo tits. We're talking about like,
Now, I was looking at Paul's comment. You say you want to talk about ideas, but you also regularly try to enact your ideas on the real legal world, contrary to how the law functions right now. Amen, brother. And we need look no further than his attempt to bring Artie into his craziness that time.
Oh, yeah.
Josh, if we're being honest, I think your lady's more fun because she doesn't have to deal with your bum ass every single fucking day. If I had a guy who was literally, you're a paperweight. You were a paperweight in the house. Are good for apparently. Okay, I take that back. You did tell us yesterday you can sweep or you can like mop the floors or some shit. So there is that. You can do that much housework. You're almost useful.
He was trying to boast that he can stain a deck, and I pointed out, well, so can a 6-year-old after a visit to Taco Bell. It ain't hard, dude.
Josh, he didn't equate you to Hitler. He was saying, you know who else had ideas?
Mussolini, Pol
He
Pot,
always looks for the absolutely worst narrative to take out of a sentence
Jim Jong-un.
that would benefit himself. Oh, fuck, I said it. One day I'll learn. Yeah, never mind. I was going to say something wildly inappropriate.
Use your words, KFAR. Use your words.
Yes, wordy bits,
I'm gonna
KFAR.
be nice. I'm gonna be less
Wordy
of a dick.
bits.
Yeah, you caught that. I was gonna say nice guy, but I'm like, I wouldn't say that. If Aaron Reyes is still here, he will let you know.
I'm just glad he didn't do it while I was drinking apple juice.
You didn't need to do a spit take? I've been drinking Dr. Pepper, and that would have been the same situation over here.
I literally just bring people on the stream just to get them squirt water out their nose and shit. If you noticed, I'm never like doing this. I'm always looking at the screen because I'm waiting for one of you guys to go like this, and that's when I get you.
But what you may not know is that half the time I'm just doing this as a mime action. I'm just doing this as a mime action, so I have something to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Josh can tell you what to do with his hands.
Yes, his name is Broken System, Broken Trust. I wouldn't suggest going there because if you're here from, or if you go there from my channel, he'll probably just block you.
Because that's what he does. And the favorite thing for all of us to hit on with these guys is they push so hard for transparency for everybody else, but the second you turn the spotlight on them, they're like, oh no, the horror! You can't say anything about me! All these cop watchers is like, F the police, but the second someone confronts them, they're like, oh, help, I'm dialing 911.
Yeah, I'm dialing the police. I told you just to F.
And I gotta ask, speaking of which, Blue Bear, have you ever had to deal with these people in real life?
Do you want an honest answer?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Unfortunately, yes.
My apologies to you, sir.
They're the best to deal with in jail, no joke. I've dealt with the more leaning than the sovereign citizen leaning, so they just got real racist real quick, and talked about how they run the land first. I'm just like, I felt like I was, oh my god, what's the meme? With Leonardo DiCaprio sitting on the couch? Because I'm just like, oh, you're a Moor. I know it.
He's the last.
Here's what I don't get.
Yeah.
He just said I have, what was it? I have videos that have been seen millions of times collectively. Well, I've made millions of dollars over the years, but it doesn't mean I'm a millionaire.
KFAR, pull up his social blade again, because we need to answer that right now.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of them.
Yeah, do that real quick, because I'm about ready to have to bail from you guys. We've done almost 2 hours.
See that no more.
Blue Bear, if you didn't see this part last night, this will be cathartic for you, I think.
Is that me lagging or you lagging?
I'm switching in and out of what's it called? Out of tabs, so it might be me.
Okay, I was lagging on my end for some reason. What did you say, Brandon?
We're getting ready to respond to what Josh just said about having videos that have been seen collectively millions of times. I called bullshit on that when he said it before, and we have numbers to prove it. So if you didn't, we looked at this yesterday, and if you didn't see it, this I think will be kind of cathartic for you.
Jobs and you can count. Life is great. First time, long time.
What'd you say, Blue Bear?
I missed last night.
Oh, you missed a good time.
His stream ended after 30 minutes, and then we just went on for 3 hours just clowning him in the chat.
Oh, look.
Yes, so this is Josh.
Holy shit, he's only a C+?
He's gone up by a nickel since yesterday.
He's only a C+? Hell, I'm a C+!
Look at his live stream. Josh, here's the thing, bud. I've discussed this.
More lucky we average 1,000 a day, and I'm a C+. What the fuck?
I believe you said SJVT. I don't even remember what that stands for. If that person has 300,000 views, you're going to get 300,000 views from that channel, but those views are not yours. Those subscribers are not yours. Now, if they were to come to your channel and get those same views and get subscribers, I would give you credit. But clearly they didn't like your content enough. We've done videos on most of your content, and it's trash.
And remember what I said earlier about number of subscribers doesn't mean a damn thing. The real truth is in the number of views that you get. So you see at the top of the screen here, he has a little over 4,000 subscribers. But in 6 years and change, he's racked up a total of 97,535 views. And That ain't shit.
Wait a minute. 3.5 years and he doesn't even have 100K views? We've been doing this show for 7 months and we're at 26 and change. The fuck is he screwing around with?
Pardon my language. But, I mean, scroll down and you can see there what he's got there does not add up to millions. I'm no math magician, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't add up to millions. So, Josh...
No, they don't even add up to hundreds of thousands.
Billions of views? Bull. That is a load of bull. It's BS, BSBT.
Bull.
I see what you did there.
Hashtag OMG, that's funny.
And okay, we'll leave him right there because, well, we just proved that he's a fucking lying idiot, and that's good enough for me. But hell, 3.5 years, he has maybe triple our view, and we've been on for 6 months! With that, make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Help us get to that goal of our 50,000 view milestone, 1,000 subscribers. Some boxes sends us nice red packages, and of course, Google puts us on the algorithms. Coinbase, Ibotta, and Game.gg, you know the promos for those. Go ahead and hit them up. Till next time, like, share, and subscribe. Be kind to one another, and release the Krakens. As we march this overnight and every overnight here from day one. Tomorrow night, we will be back with Heart Bell, so enjoy that when it comes. Until then, have a great night's sleep, everybody.